Market's about to open up here in less than 15 minutes. What news had came out? News came out last night. Well, news came out 8:30. Ended up dropping. It was bad numbers. Market didn't like it. Boom, boom. Dropped 200 points in 15 minutes. Now we're retracing the move. We're giving the buyers getting a relief bounce. You know, sellers taking profits, buyers stepping in. We've been selling off big, so this little bounce right here ain't nothing. Since we mostly missed out on this move down, this bounce right here is good news because all we gotta do is wait for a bearish candle to come in, and then we can take sales back down. But I can't take any buys until we clear some of this. I can't really take any buys till we really get above. Till we really get above all this nasty price action. Sellers can step in at any moment and bring this thing back down. So we are pushing now, but that's not really bullish. That 8 o'clock close bearish, so this 9 o'clock at any given moment can flip. So we got 41 minutes left. The 9:30 can come through, make a top wick, and then come straight back down, reflip on hourly and start grinding back down for the day. Right now I don't really see nothing. Don't really see anything possible we can take. Unless this 15-minute right here closes bearish, I don't think I'm gonna take a trade at 9:30. But if this 15-minute can flip and close bearish, then hopefully 9:30 gives a decent top wick, and then we can take some sales down. And this 15-minute can close bearish. That's the only position I see right now, and it's kind of getting there. This 15-minute is looking like it's kind of wanting to flip. We just gotta wait. We just gotta wait for it. But we are trying to create this little uptrend that we do gotta watch out for. This tiny little uptrend is creating, which could be good in our favor or it could work against us. Good in our favor is once this thing finally breaks this trend, it can really have a volume push down, volatile push down. But it can work against us because this thing could just come down, touch it again, and just continue to ride it up. But eventually it's going to break, and eventually we can get some sales. We just don't know when it's going to break. On this demo account, I don't trade news, so I wasn't going to get in on it. But on the demo account, I felt since we're in such a bearish market, news is most likely to drop than go up. I don't know. So I had just took some sales and just let news play out, and then news dropped. So we ended up catching. We ended up catching, and we could have closed profits if it was a real account. But since the demo kind of let it play out, we caught the move down, and now we already moved stops to break even. It looked like we might be hitting break even stops if this thing does continue to push. I could leave stops above the highs because break even is good, but I just seen this trend downward tunnel right here. So the market could come up, hit us out at break even, but stay inside the tunnel and then come back down. So that's not going to be pretty if it does hit us out break even just to come back down. So you could, since the demo count, I could just leave my stops above the highs. Which, yeah, I'll just put back above the highs just in case that scenario does happen, that it does come up, hit us out, just to come back down. But if it comes up, break the trend line, hit us out at stop loss, and then come back down and retest it, maybe we can get in some buys then. But right now we're looking for sales. We got 6 minutes for this 15 to close bearish. If it doesn't close bearish, then 30 minutes gonna close bullish back inside this range. So the 30 minute can push up, probably will, but at the same time it can drop. 30-minute open, 50 minutes didn't close how we wanted it to. It almost did, but then it did not. It almost closed exactly how we wanted it to, but this 5 minute didn't want to hold the lows. 30 minute is now dropping. Is this a real drop or is this a bottom wick? Because if this is a bottom wick, then this 30 minute can flip here. Stops will be below the lows. I would normally take this type of trade, but well, I mean, we are in a big range, so it does make sense just to fill the top of this tunnel. That's a 50 point move. That is nice, but I'm not gonna take this trade. But it is if this 30 minute does flip, it does have potential to run. But I'm gonna sit on the sidelines. Hopefully, I don't know. This hourly, I don't really know what I want from this hourly closure in 28 minutes. But we can't do nothing with this 30 minutes. The only thing I see is buys. I'm not taking no buys. You can maybe get in at 9:45 if this 15-minute closes bearish anywhere below here. This 15-minute closes bearish anywhere below here, then you can potentially get in on the 9:45 candle. But we have already broken below that line, so do I really think the market is going to sit here for the next 13 minutes and let us get in at 9:45? Probably not. But if it does happen, then we might get something at 9:45. We might get a sale at 9:45. moment, the market has done the move we wanted it to, but it didn't close how we wanted it to, so we couldn't capitalize on this move. But the market opened up already. First 5 minutes dropped 100 points. We're looking good so far, but where did it drop and stop? Right at this bit right here. So it is bearish, but we need this thing to break through here, or we could bounce right back up. So we need this thing to crack, break through, or it is potential that this thing could just came all the way down just to go all the way back up. But we're not in no position, so we can care less on what it does. Nice that I just called that out, but just like yesterday, this isn't my type of trading strategy. I don't just I can't just buy like this. But yesterday we had the same type of trade set up. I think it was on the 15-minute. Yeah, right here. 15 minutes is a lot better than the 5-minute, but yesterday we also didn't take this type of setup. We had this 5 closure right. We had the 15 closure right here. And the market came down 9 o'clock, 9:30 opened up. It was this is a bearish move. Right here, these candles right here, it was bearish, but then we closed right at the support right here, so that's actually a bullish move. And what you got out of it, you got a nice bullish push, but eventually the market came back down and gave it all back up. So same thing just happened today, but this time it was on the 5-minute, so we are even less likely to take that trade. But that was actually a great move if you would have looked at it on the 30-minute. Oh yeah, see, yeah, that was actually nice. That was real. It's working out real nice. These stops probably would be hit but it don't matter. It's a demo account. But if you put all the cards on the table, the 30-minute is bullish here. The 30-minute, I'm about to close this. It's getting in my way. But the 30-minute is bullish here. This is a bullish 30-minute closure back inside the range. So you should expect the next 30-minute to push higher. But see, I didn't want to take buys on a bearish trend, so I wasn't really looking at it. I didn't really care. Unfortunately, those buys did work out very nicely. But see, the market then came down. This was a bottom wick that I thought it was, but it was a big bottom wick, so I took it off the table. That was a big bottom wick, but then it came right down into some liquidity, grabbing up some orders just for the 30 minutes to flip. And see, on the 30 minutes, this is actually a great candle. But I was more bearish today, so I didn't actually notice this. I didn't actually put all the pieces together. But you see, the 30-minute came down. This is a great bottom wick. It barely broke the lows, but it did not break these lows. And these are lows that we didn't want it to break, and we want this thing to then flip back up and go bullish like it just did. So it would have been a 5-minute entry, but it was a 30-minute trade, expecting this 30-minute to flip. Now if I would have had got in on the flip, as you see, it worked out very nicely. 100 points. That would have been a great trade, but I wasn't really looking at it. But so now that was the trade for this candle. Can't really do nothing anymore. We can wait. I mean, this 15-minute close is bullish here in 2 minutes above the range, above this red line. Then you can potentially take it. But if it closes underneath it, then I can't take any of buys. Even though it can still push up, I just can't take buys off that. Same reason I couldn't take sells down here. We have support that's shown has worked out, and here we have resistance that's shown has worked out plenty of times. So if this thing does decide to close back underneath, it can fall back down. So you can potentially take the 5-minute setup. If this 5-minute close is bearish, then you can potentially get in on some sells. Your stocks have to be above the highs, about 70 points. We are moving very wide today. And you either target back to the bottom of the range, or you can try to hope that the market was only coming up here to break the highs for a liquidity grab, just to really come down this time and break the lows. Something like we did yesterday. See, yesterday we had came down. We could have broke through these lows. We could have crushed, but they like, nah, we want to come up. We want to break these highs, grab up some orders up here, and then we can really drop. So that's could be what we're doing right now. We could just be pushing up right now, just for us to really drop in a couple of minutes here. Well, within the next 30 hours and whatnot. But in 1 minute here, if this thing closes bearish like this is nice. This is also nice. But if it crushes even lower, or it closes more skinnier, then I'm probably gonna stay away from this one also. But this is looking decent. But I'm gonna also need a top wick on the next 5-minute. If the 5-minute opens up and just goes straight down, then we ain't doing nothing with it. On the demo account, I'm actually going to put in an order, because I like this trade, but I don't like it enough just yet to take it on the real account. So on the demo account, I'm put it in, and plus these stops are huge. 97 points. Oh my lord, these stops are huge. So we need a top wick. This thing give us a top wick, so we can make these our stops. Wherever this top wick is, that could be our stops. But we're gonna first need to make a top wick. I don't know if it's gonna do it. The 15-minute did close bullish, so it should come up. Okay, this is the top wick we like. Alright, so I'm gonna place the sell stops here now. Stops above the highs. Hopefully it doesn't keep running, but that's where the stops are above right now. And looking to target back down to these lows. You could, if I'm not good at getting on wick entries, but you could have. Well, you could sell right here. You could have sold when it came and touched that line. But I don't do wick entries because sometimes this thing just keeps running and then you sold it for no reason. Well, you sold it and now you sitting in drawdown for no reason. So I just like to wait for the flip. Once it flips and it's really bearish, but right now you can't sell it because it's still bullish. We'll see how this trade works out. Nice setup. We can still take an L in this trade, but it is a nice setup so far. We're in the position now. Stops above the highs. Looking to target the lows. We'll see how this thing works out. I am a scalper, so don't be surprised if I do close out soon, because we are in a big range, and that means a tiny move is good profits anyway. 80 points. But I'm gonna try to trail stops. Where is this thing? 40 points. 40 right here. Hopefully we can crush through this so I can move my stop loss and profit and we can just let it run. Hopefully we can crush through this red line. Then I'm gonna move my stops right here. And then we just gonna let the trade rock. Stops and profits. My stops are here at 33, and so this trade is risk-free, more than risk-free. We already locked in profits. It's already a W trade. Now we're gonna hope that we keep falling. If we keep falling, it'd be great news. But if it comes back up, then we will be taken out, and it's still a W trade. So if this 1 minute candle flips, and that's that. But overall, the first part of the trade is done. We was expecting it to fill this range. That's what we got in for. We was expecting this range to be filled. It has been filled, so we moved stops in. But now we want the bigger move. We want this range to actually break and come to this one. Then we want this one to break, and we wanted to keep going. So we got 45 seconds to the 5 minute closes, and that'll be that. So this 5 minute could wick us out and take us out and still push down. That'd be unfortunate. Oh. We almost hitting stops here, and stops are hit. All right, W trade. It was a quick 5 minute scout. We took it on a 5 minute. The 15 minutes still bullish at any given point. It can flip. That's why we was moving aggressively, because if this 15 minute flips, that's not gonna be good for the trade. 15 minutes bearish. 30 minutes also bearish. Only thing was with us is the hourly and the 5 minute. But this thing closed back inside this range, which is not what we wanted to do. And if we were still in on this trade, we were almost being drawed, well, break even. So if we would have moved it to stops, if we would have moved it to break even, we almost would have hit it right then. But let's see if that, oh wait, we still on this trade. Oh yeah, well, this is the trade right here. I guess on the demo account, we'll play it like that. We're gonna move demo account to break even. We'll see how the demo account plays out. Demo account's at break even, which is also above the 5 minute highs, so that's great. 5 minute highs is our break even. Once this 5 minute flips, it should not re-break these highs, and that means we should continue down. That's why we move stops to break even. But what is that? That's my second trade of the day, so I'm gonna go ahead and chill for a minute. We don't need to be rushing. Actually, we got 8 minutes here. I'll be back in. Well, in 8 minutes, we got the hourly closer. If this 30-minute close is bearish, then we will be looking for sales. But we will have to first face this hourly closing bullish, which ain't really that crazy because this was a bullish closure and the next hourly was bearish. Bullish closure, next hourly bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. So even though this thing could close bullish, 10 o'clock can still be bearish and still drop. So it'll be a 30-minute trade. If this thing can close bearish, we'll just get in, re-enter on this trade. If I was a 1 minute time frame trader, you can really sell right here. On the 1 minute, you can really sell, breaking these lows. If you break these lows, this thing should really crush down to the bottom of this range, and that's a 60 point range, 50 point drop. So on the 1 minute time frame, this is looking good, but I don't take trades off the 1 minute. But this thing, if this thing breaks these lows, it'll be looking good. 15 minutes here. The hourly's about to close. 30 minutes looking great. 15 great. 30. Ooh. Hourly's actually closing. Well, trying to close bearish, so it's good enough. Good enough. It's tried its best. Do have this tiny trend. Tiny trend. Barely anything. But I'm already up my daily percentage. I'm already made what I wanted to for the day, so this is a good trade, but I'm only going to get in on it if the top wick is nice. Right now, this ain't a nice top wick. It's a tiny top wick, not a nice one. And we have support right here where we have bounced off of 3 30-minute candles in a row. So this 30-minute candle could bounce here, but I'm not going to take any sales, and if we do miss out on these sales, then we're probably going to call it a day, because then we'd just be chasing the move. So we want this thing to make a top wick because we got support right here, so it's high chance this thing could bounce. It's bouncing now, but this bounce could just be a top wick. How much are we looking at? Getting on the break of lows, 5 minutes. Yeah, so yes, I mean it's a 50 point. We're moving big today. 50 point. How ES looking? Yes, they're also coming down to the lows. If everybody can break at the same time, that'd be good. Good for the sellers. Oh, yeah, ES looking a lot nicer. Well, a lot nicer than. But they close right at it. But they close more bears, but right at it. So. Good chance for the sales. Good chance. We got the top wick we wanted now. So what is this? This position is still intact. Oops. Why do I keep accidentally pressing buttons? Well, I just closed out that position. I was gonna hold it, but on the demo account, I'm gonna put it in here. Sales here. Stops are currently above the highs. It's looking like it's kind of trying to retest its bottom trend, and then if it flips, that'd be good. Let's see. I'm gonna put some sales here. Stops above the highs, and this is now our hourly / 30-minute setup, so we can hold this for at least 30 minutes. Once this thing breaks through these lows right here, then I will be moving stops to break even. Once it breaks through the lows, I will be managing risk tight. I will be managing risk aggressively today, but it has to break through the lows. And then after we move this to break even, we're just gonna let it play out. About to be filled on this trade in a second. We're about to get put in. Yeah, we're put in now. Now we just need this thing to continue down, break the lows. It'd be very unfortunate if this thing puts us in just a flip. I hate when it does that mess. Yeah. 5-minute close nicely, right at support. We're breaking through. Great news. I'm now moving stops to break even, and we're gonna let this trade rock. Stops to break even. Nothing bad can happen to this trade anymore. And hopefully we can get some type of moves like this, because I've been missing out on them. The market's been giving them to me, and I have been missing out. I've been folding the bag every time. So I'm really just gonna let this thing hit break even. This trade is non-existent to me. I'm just gonna let this trade rock, and we're gonna be back. 30 minutes and 24 minutes here. Hopefully this thing can close bearish. That'd be looking great. I ended up closing the trade out at 100 points. A nice 100-point trade. We haven't caught one of those in a minute. Market had dropped nicely. We got a great push into the trade. Great push. I then had moved my stop loss to 100 points in profit, and the market did come up and take us out. So great profits, great trade. Trading day is now really done. I mean, we don't need to trade anymore. We hit daily goals. But it does have a bigger move. I mean, actually, it is Friday. It is NFP. It is the start of the month. So Friday could try to trickle down, or it will start going sideways and chop around. So I'm actually going to end the stream here and call it a day. Great way to end the week.